Guys, it's that time to review this game. Safety first, the peeing simulator. Yes, that is not a joke. It is definitely a peeing simulator. I am Bradley Overrated, and let's just do this. So when I call this game Peeing Simulator, I am not joking. The objective of this game is to fix high voltage breaks with your magical yellow liquid that comes from your body, baby. That's right, you heard it first. You have to pee your way to victory. This reminds me of Conker's Bad Fur Day, when you could actually pee and kill your enemies with your piss. Only this time you're just somehow, logically mind you, fixing broken high voltage breaks with your piss, and that somehow doesn't kill you? But hey, who am I to knock it? But that's not what's crazy. What's crazy is the fact that some of these levels are actually really well constructed and challenging, and even at times the game's actually fun. Sometimes you'll get on a level and you'll have a really hard time with it, then you'll beat that level and you'll feel oddly accomplished playing this game. And I say oddly accomplished because this game has one of the biggest gripes I have with some video games, and that is really difficult controls. This guy that you see, I call him Mr. P-Man, because I don't know what else you would call him. Mr. P-Man has only the option to move his legs. Even though you see his arms flail and stuff, you can only move his feet and legs basically to complete your objectives, which makes the controls really difficult, and Mr. P-Man becomes really difficult to control, obviously. So it's infuriating on one hand, but at the same time, it does make sense for this type of game because that's where all the challenge is. If you could easily control and maneuver your guy around, these levels wouldn't be that difficult. And then I also have to mention that it is kind of entertaining and even funny at times when you're trying to complete a task and your guy's limbs can fall off, which they can if your character, Mr. P-Man, stretches too much. Not only that, but if you mess up on your task, as you can see in the top right corner, you only have a certain number of quote-unquote P shots to take in order to complete your task, and if you miss your P shot, you do have the option to slice your own character's head off. So hey, there's at least that. And then once you finish the main campaign like I have, you will have the option to play advanced mode, which is even more challenging levels, and space mode, which is super challenging levels, but also stupid fun because you just float around basically the entire time. I actually do appreciate that this game gives you more levels. Coincidentally, the max number of levels that you can play in this game is in fact 69, and I have every reason to believe that is intentional. And then if you're looking for an even more different way to play the game, you have pep mode, which is makes your character move a little bit faster and the music itself picks up, and drunk mode, which is pretty entertaining. It plays heavy metal music and your character swears in German. This is not a joke, your character swears in German. Allow me to show you. And I don't know why, but for some reason being able to swear in German while listening to death metal makes this game so much better and enjoyable. This is also a game, by the way, that if you love to drink alcohol, this might be a good game to play while you're drunk because it just seems like an appropriate type of game for that situation. Alright guys, enough is enough. Let's go ahead now and give this game a letter score. And if you're new here, I give letter scores because that's the way I roll. A being the best, F being the worst, and wow, believe it or not, Safety First has some decent humor and some decent enough levels that it is obviously getting an A. I'm just kidding. It gets a D, and it gets a D because, like I just said, it made me laugh a little bit. I hate to admit it, but it did. It gave me a smile on my face. Just the fact that I could play as a drunk German that swears every time he dies somehow works for me. But this does not mean at all that this is a good game. This is still a really bad game. But hey, if you really want to play this game now, you know what you're getting into. Alright guys, that is it for me. Thank you so much for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, why don't you go ahead and click that subscribe button. I do reviews all the time on this channel, the best of games and even the worst of games, obviously. I am Bradley Overrated, out like a trout guys, and please pee responsibly.